Hello, baseball fans. We are live at Devon Prep for Game 1 of the 2022 Delco League Championship Series. Adam Fine is in to lead it off for Upper Darby as we're set to get underway in Game 1 of this best of 5 here on a steamy Monday night. We are not in our customary broadcast location behind home plate, out in right field tonight. Trying to get a little better signal and try and stay on the air a little more consistently. You know, we had some problems last week. We're working on that. This Fine fouls one off. Upper Darby winning Game 5 of their semifinal series against Springfield on Saturday afternoon. Wayne ending their series against Narberth on Saturday as well. On the mound for Wayne, David Ferguson fires and misses high. Fine will be followed by Max Anastasio and Steve Tyson here to lead off the first inning. As mentioned, it is a hot one. The sun beating down. If not for the little cover over our heads, it would be in our eyes as Fine goes down swinging. And the Upper Darby center fielder is the first out of the ball game. So that will bring up Max Anastasio playing first base tonight. Takes one outside, ball one. Ferguson winds. Breaking ball misses. Anastasio, customarily the third baseman for the Blue Sox. He takes a strike. Ferguson, the right-hander, on the mound for Wayne. Misses in the dirt. We have a breeze tonight, not exactly a cool one, but we'll make do. That one is swung on and missed. Ferguson's pitch hit down the first base line, but it's caught by Stephen Wells as a pop-up. 2 down. So that'll bring up Steve Tyson. Bounce from the right side. He takes inside. Ball one. Should Tyson extend the inning, the right fielder Vince Gasparo waits on deck. That one misses. Swung on and missed. So 2-1 the count to Tyson. I mentioned Upper Darby winning its first Delco League title last season, as that's upstairs. After Wayne had been in the finals in 2016, 2018, and then winning it in 19 and 20. It swung on and missed. That will retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for David Ferguson. Strikes out 2 in the process. We're through a half inning. It's Upper Darby 0. Wayne coming to bat. You're listening to the Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. Please excuse our technical difficulties. We're back, and Wayne has taken a 3-0 lead on a 3-run home run by Stephen Wells with 1 out here in the first inning. As Tommy Kent gets a strike over to Sean Mulholland, the Wayne designated hitter. Again, Stephen Wells, a 3-run home run. Mulholland takes high. We thank you for your patience and apologize for our difficulties. We're trying to find an internet connection out here. It's a lot more difficult than you'd think. A lot more difficult than I thought, that's for sure. Mulholland takes high. While we were away, Jay Starnish walked. And the pitch in the dirt, a double steal, second and third as Nate Sides went down looking. And then Wells ripped a bullet out to center field to give Wayne the 3-0 lead. Kent's pitch to Mulholland is high, and he draws a walk. Not the start that Upper Darby was looking for here on the road. So that will bring up the left fielder, Matt Briner. He squares to bunt. Fouls one off. Kent kicks. Briner takes for a ball. I mentioned the breeze we had going. It's blowing the papers around out here. Like I mentioned before, we're out in right field today instead of behind the plate. We might be back behind the plate tomorrow night. We'll see about that. Briner squares, pulls the bat back, takes upstairs. The 2-1 the count. Catcher Tommy Bradley waits on deck. After that, it'll be center fielder Jake Ciani, and then third baseman Reese Malik. Pitch. Briner takes low. Kent from the stretch. The pitch. That one misses. Or that was over the outside corner, a called strike. So 2 outs, both via the called third strike. You can hear that wind whipping around. The flag behind home plate is lying dormant. But out here, the trees rustling. The wind's kind of swirling a little bit. No consistency to the direction. A called strike to Tommy Bradley. Man on first. That one misses. Is Sean Mulholland. 1-1 the count to Tommy Bradley here in the bottom half of the first inning. Wayne on top, 3-0. Kent set at the belt. Runner goes. Swung on and missed. Throw down to second. Not in time. The throw was a good throw, but it was high. Mulholland swipes the bag. He's in scoring position. 1-2 the count to Tommy Bradley. Ball's hit out towards left field. Yates is over, makes the catch, and that will retire the side, but Wayne scores 3 runs. They do it on 2 hits. The big fly by Stephen Wells, bringing in 3 runs. They leave 1. The end of 1 inning. It's Wayne 3, Upper Darby nothing. Top half of the second inning, David Ferguson winds his first pitch to Vince Gasparo was a called strike. Wayne on top 3-0 here at Devon Prep as we head to the top half of the second inning. The Stephen Wells home run, the difference thus far. Pitch to Gasparo. That one's hit out our way down the right field line rather. Tharnish dives. It lands in front of him, but he's able to smother it and forces Gasparo to dive back to first base rather. So a single down the line, first base runner of the game for the Blue Sox. Tharnish, a nice dive, not able to get there. But as I said, does a good job to keep the ball in front of him. Keep Gasparo at first, keep the double play in order as Andrew Yates steps up. Upper Darby left fielder, batting from the left side. Ferguson from the stretch for the first time. Pitches upstairs. That one's upstairs, 2-0. Followed by Joe Supa. And then Christian Strickland. The catcher bats 7th. One misses. Matt Query, the shortstop tonight. He'll bat 8th, and batting 9th, Luke Buscaglia at third base. A little bit of a defensive switcheroo for Upper Darby around the infield as Ferguson deals a called strike to Yates. Supa and Query slid over one spot from first and second to second and short respectively. And there's ball 4. So the Blue Sox have 2 men aboard with nobody out. Supa steps in. Blue Sox veteran facing Ferguson. First pitch, called strike. Supa squares to bunt. Pulls the bat back. They throw down to second. They throw behind the runner. And Gasparo is out. The Upper Darby fans disagree. But Gasparo is picked off of second with that 2-6 in your scorebook. So one out, Yates at first. But not likely in order anymore. Now Ferguson steps off. Now he's set. Kicks. Pitch misses low and away. Ferguson's pitch is high to Supa. Man on, one out for Upper Darby, trailing 3-0 here in the second inning. That one's popped up, but it's foul and out of play. Wayne in their customary home white pants with black pinstripes, black tops, black caps with the white name, numbers, and logo. Upper Darby gray pants, dark blue tops with the gray writing. The blue caps with the gray front panel. Throw over to first. Back safely is Yates.
I love the Aston Middletown, man. I was so proud of those kids.
That one is hit out towards right field, but foul. So Supa stays alive.
Take care, Ocean City. See how everybody looks forward to that. My older daughter, they wanted to go back again next year. Before Jake has to go back to school. They were all great stories in the paper.
Ferguson from the stretch. There's a called third strike. Supa goes down looking. And that's 2 down. It's the third strikeout of the night for Ferguson. So catcher Christian Strickland steps in with 2 down and a man on first. Upper Darby with a big opportunity putting the first 2 guys on board, but a pickoff and a strikeout have blunted the rally. Strickland takes high. Should he get aboard? Matt Query is on deck. Strickland takes a ball. Ferguson's pitch is high. The wind blowing some dust up around home plate. Again, that flag behind the bleachers lies motionless. And Strickland takes a called strike. And that's upstairs, so Strickland draws a walk. So Upper Darby again with first and second, but this time with 2 outs. A much less advantageous position, and that will summon a courtesy runner for Christian Strickland. Looks like Fine is out there at first base, as well as Ferguson's first pitch to Query is low. Pitch from Ferguson. Called strike. And 1-1 the count. The line, the 0-2. Called third strike again for Ferguson. So he again strikes out 2 in the inning. This time both of them looking 4 on the night so far. Through an inning and a half. Wayne on top 3-0. You're listening to the Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. First pitch to Jake Ciani, fouled off down the left field line, out of play. Wayne at the plate, leading it 3-0 here in the bottom half of the second. It's Jake Ciani, Reese Malik, and then top of the order Luke Mutz facing Tommy Kent, the 0-1. It's in there for a called strike. Stephen Wells, the 3-run home run on the first. Got 1-2 now to Ciani. Checks his swing. Called third strike. He goes down looking. Third punch out of the game for Tommy Kent. All of the called variety. That'll bring up Reese Malik. He takes a called strike. Can't set. That one misses. Some bullpen activity for Upper Darby, as it's fouled off by Malik. That one is hit on the ground, and it's through the hole and into left field for a base hit. Running hard the whole way is Malik. Throw comes into second. He's called safe. And Malik hustling. That ball kind of got through as the left fielder Yates was a little deeper. So it's a double for Reese Malik. Already the third hit of the game for the hosts. Top of the order, Luke Mutz. That one misses low and away. One out, man in scoring position for the Wayne second baseman. He singled, advanced on a wild pitch, stole third, and scored on the Wells home run. He takes high as Strickland pops up and chases Malik back to second. Takes that one low. It's 3-1. It's my activity in the Upper Darby bullpen. Not sure who was throwing. That one's low and away. Mutz is aboard for the second time in as many innings. Third walk issued by Tommy Kent. So first and second now for Jace Tharnish. As Strickland comes out to chat with his pitcher. Thank you again for tuning in, bearing with us through our connection issues. As I mentioned, a slightly different broadcast vantage point tonight. Tharnish squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes ball one. Trying to find the ideal location to stay on the air. We're hoping that maybe get back behind the plate tomorrow night. There's a bunt laid down the first base line, but it rolls foul. Pitch in the dirt, runner goes. Malik trots into third base safely without even a throw. And Mutz stays put at first. The double play still in order. Should Kent roll a ground ball over, instead it's high. one's low. The bases are now loaded. As Tharnish draws his second walk of the night already. That's going to bring Dave Jordan out of the dugout. The bases are loaded, 2 outs. Rather, 1 out. You generally don't want to bring in a new pitcher with the bases loaded. But if Tommy Kent doesn't have it, he doesn't have it. This is the finals. They're going to leave him in. As Nate Sides steps up. Sides retired in the first inning on strikes. He went down looking. Stephen Wells on deck. First pitch to Sides, hit in the air towards center field. Fine is under it, makes the catch, tagging is Malik. The throw cut off. It's a sacrifice fly for Nate Sides, an RBI, and it's a 4-0 lead. Mutz goes from second to third on the play. Tharnish stays at first. So first and third with 2 down. A run in on the sac fly. That'll bring up Wells, who's, you call it a big fly, more like a big line drive in the bottom of the first, rather, provided the first 3 runs of the ball game. Takes strike 1. That one bounces up in the dirt. 1-1. Kent from the stretch in the dirt gets away from Strickland. Mutz will come home. It's now a 5-0 ball game. Second wild pitch of the game for Kent. Tharnish to second. High. And that will be ball 4. So Stephen Wells is the 5th walk of the game, 3rd of the inning, 3rd and 4 batters. And that looks like it's just about it for Tommy Kent. Pitching change here at Devon Prep. We'll be right back. First pitch for Jackson Snyder to Sean Mulholland. Misses for ball one. Couple changes for Upper Darby. Snyder, the right-hander, works from the stretch. Fires one in for a called strike. Third baseman Luke Biscaglia has left the game. First baseman Max Anastasio has moved over to third base. And now playing first base is Tyler Summerall. He will bat in the ninth position. He will lead off the top half of the third. Swung on and missed by Mulholland, and that over side of the side as Snyder comes in and does the job. However, 2 runs on just 1 hit. There were 3 walks in the inning, no errors. 2 left. 2 in the books. Wayne leads at 5-0. First pitch to Tyler Summerall in for a called strike here in the top half of the third inning. Upper Darby trails 5-0. Summerall, a defensive replacement in the second inning. He came in to play first base as Max Anastasio moved to third. And Luke Biscaglia left the game. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-1. It'll be Summerall, followed by Fine and Anastasio, 9-1-2 for Upper Darby. You hate to say it, it's only the third inning, but it's going to start to get late early in this one. The breaking ball misses again, 2-1. Upper Darby needs to get some base runners on, needs to try to get some of them in here against David Ferguson. He misses high, 3-1. Drawing a leadoff walk would be a pretty good start. And that one misses, so Summerall does in fact draw that leadoff walk. Third walk issued by Ferguson. Top of the order, Adam Fine. Fine started off Game 3 of the semifinals at Springfield with a bunt. It was a terror on the base paths for the Blue Sox. Summerall at first, nobody out. Ferguson's pitch is high. Fine does not square. Another one misses 2-0 to Fine. There's another ball to Fine. And it's a 4-pitch walk. So 2 free passes to start off the third. And that's going to bring Brian Feely out of the dugout. Talk to his right-hander. Not to jinx anything or bring anything up that you don't want to think about, but we are almost an hour into this ball game. Nobody out in the top of the third. We do have a bit of a time limit. And you would hate to not play this game to its completion and have to finish it, because then you are going to get the series backed up all week. Game 2 scheduled for tomorrow night here at Devon Prep, followed by Games 3 and Game 4, if necessary, at Cardinal O'Hara on Thursday and Friday. And then if we get to a decisive Game 5, it'll be here Sunday, 2 o'clock. Ferguson's pitch to Anastasio misses for ball 1. And find the runner at first, Tyler Summerall, the runner at second. Nobody out here in the third. Upper Darby trailing by 5. There's a called strike. Ferguson kicks in, delivers. It's upstairs, 2-1. Steve Tyson, the designated hitter, waits on deck. Tries to check his swing. He went around, count level, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Anastasio. Popped out to first his last time up. And it's high, count going to go full to Anastasio after the first 2 batters walked. With a 5-0 lead, you figure Brian Feely doesn't want to get anybody up, but that could change in a hurry. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and hit out towards left field for a base hit. Play a little station-to-station baseball, second hit of the game for Upper Darby. So the bases are now loaded. For Steve Tyson. First pitch misses for ball 1. Vince Gasparo on deck. As someone starts throwing in that Wayne bullpen. Swung on and hit foul out of play. Off of the trees. So 1-1 the count. Looks like Mike Valente getting loose for Wayne. Now a called strike. Upper Darby dugout not keen on that one, 1-2. Ferguson working from the windup with the bases loaded. Kicks the 1-2. That one is hit down the right field line. That will drop in fair territory, go all the way past the fence. Gonna have a ground rule double. Or no, they've still got him running. We'll see what they do with Tyson. Gonna send Tyson back to second. They will probably send Anastasio back to third, you would think. A ground rule double. That ball hit in fair territory, curled past the end of the fence, which is right on the foul line. So it's a ground rule double for Steve Tyson. And Upper Darby's on the board. It's 5-2. Anastasio over to third. Fine and Summerall score. Talked about fine speed. Really make it easy when you got singles, doubles behind him. Summerall not as fleet of foot. Didn't have to worry about it. So that brings up Gasparo. Chops it to first. Gloved by Wells. He'll take it himself. A run scores. So an RBI ground out by Vince Gasparo. It's now a 5-3 ball game. Anastasio scores. Tyson to third. That's the first out of the inning. Big rally for Upper Darby here to get back into this ball game. So Andrew Yates, the man on third and one out. Fly ball can make this a one-run game. He takes a called strike. Joe Supa waits on deck. That misses outside, 1-1. Reached the hour mark of this one. Been an offensive display thus far. 2-1 now. Wayne with 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Upper Darby with 3 in the first, 3 in the third rather. And they're still up with 1 out. It's taken high, 3-1. Yates at the plate. Tyson at third with the big hit thus far for Upper Darby, a 2-run double. Now time is called in the middle of Ferguson's windup. A little bit of bad luck for Tyson as that ball went out of play. He might have ended up at third. And there's a called strike, 3-2, as Yates was already on his way up the first baseline. And swung on and missed. Yates is down on strikes for out number 2, 5th strikeout for Ferguson. Of the 7 outs he's recorded, rather 8 outs he's recorded, 5 of them on strikes, 2 of them by Stephen Wells on a pop up and a ground out, and then a pickoff. Catcher to short. It's Joe Supa. Takes ball 1. The activity is stopped in the Wayne bullpen. Whoever was throwing seems like they're ready to go. Swung on and missed. Tell from the pop of the mid he was getting tuned up. The 1-1 to Supa. That one's hit on the ground. Slides over. Throw to first is not going to be in time as Supa hit that one deep in the hole. Sides did a great job to keep it on the infield, but an infield hit, an RBI single. It's now a 5-4 game. And we saw this the other night. Upper Darby fell down behind 4-0 to Springfield. Battled back to tie the game. Springfield immediately struck for 4 more. And that was basically all she wrote. The Blue Sox did have a chance to tie it. As Brian Feely comes out, that's going to be it for David Ferguson. It looks like Mike Valente rather, will replace him. Another right-hander. 2 2/3 for Ferguson, who's responsible for the man at first. We'll take a break. Upper Darby's right back in it. It's 5-4. This is the Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. And Mike Valente on in relief of David Ferguson. He's got a man on first, 2 outs. First pitch, Christian Strickland swings, hits that one a long way out towards the left. Briner is under it near the foul line, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Valente. Gets the job done just like Jackson Snyder in the bottom half of the second. However, just like Snyder, it's too little too late. 4 runs for Upper Darby. They do it on 3 hits. A couple of walks. No errors. They leave 1. We're through 2.5. Wayne 5, Upper Darby 4. You're listening to Game 1 of the Delco League Championship here on DelcoLeague.com. Six, seven, eight due up for Wayne in the bottom half of the third. It's a whole new ball game. Upper Darby with a 4 spot in the top half. It's 5-4 in favor of the home team. Jackson Snyder back out on the mound. First pitch misses for ball 1. It'll be Briner, Bradley, and Ciani due up for Wayne. Briner swings, fouls it out of play. 1-1 the count to the Wayne left fielder. Went down on strikes his first time up. Both starters out of the game. Tommy Kent for Upper Darby. And David Ferguson for Wayne upstairs, 2-1. Kent, an inning and 2/3, 5 runs, all of them earned. 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, the 5 walks, and 2 wild pitches, a killer. The 2-1 from Snyder is high. And for Ferguson, 2 and 2/3, 4 runs, all earned on 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks. So if you're a fan of good starting pitching, this was not your night. Reiner swings, fouls it off the backstop, 2-2. So Briner bats from the left side, step back in. Snyder from the windup, the pitch. That one is on the ground to short. It's bobbled by Query. The throw to first just in time. And that is the first ground ball out of the ball game for Upper Darby. Or I should say for Wayne, rather. And Query's fortunate that ball was hit as hard as it was, gave him time to field it and unfield it and field it again. So Tommy Bradley steps in, flew out to end the first. The young catcher also pitched in last week's semifinal defeat to Narberth. The only game in that series that Wayne lost. Snyder's first pitch misses for ball 1. That one is nubbed foul. It's 1-1. Jake Ciani waiting on deck. called strike. Chopped again towards short, gloved more cleanly by Query. Over to first in plenty of time. 2 up, 2 down. First pitch to Jake Ciani, misses for ball 1. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. Reese Malik waits on deck. Ciani struck out in the second. Malik doubled, stole third, and scored. Now called strike 2-1. Ciani takes low. That one's fouled off the netting. Count full 3-2 to the Wayne center fielder. Pitch on the ground to second. Fielded by Supa over to first. A 1-2-3 inning for Jackson Snyder. He's retired all 4 batters he's faced. For Wayne in the third, no runs, hits, errors, none left. 3 full in the books. Wayne leads at 5-4. Top half of the 4th inning, first pitch to Matt Query, fouled off out of play, 0-1. Mike Valente on the mound for Wayne, trying to match Jackson Snyder, came in relief. That one misses, it's 1-1. It'll be Query, Summerall. Oh, they're going to say it hit him. Pitch was a little too far inside, so Query will head down to first base. So that'll bring up Summerall for his second plate appearance. He drew a walk and scored back in that 4-run 3rd inning. Upper Darby trails 5-4 as they bat here in the top of the 4th. So we've reached 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. Pitch misses 1-0. Swung on and missed. Query, the runner at first, represents the tying run. And through those first couple innings, you didn't think you'd be saying that. That one's fouled off the netting. Pitch is swung on and missed. Summerall is down on strikes. First strikeout for Valente, 6th of the game for the Upper Darby bats. And I'll turn the lineup back over. Adam Fine steps in. 0 for 1 with a strikeout, a walk, and a run scored. Fine, a rising senior at St. Joe's. Valente's first pitch misses low and away. There's a called strike to Fine. Max Anastasio, the starting first baseman, now playing third base. Waits on deck. The runner at first is Matt Query. There's one down here in the 4th. 1-1 to Fine. The runner goes. Throw bounces into center field. Looked like the pitch was a ball. So Query steals. The tying runs in scoring position. Fine takes low and away. 3-1 the count, I believe. Fine swings, rips that one down the line. It's a fair ball. Briner's throw comes into third base. Fine with a single. It's an RBI single as Query crosses the plate. We got a whole new ball game. It's 5-5. An RBI single for Adam Fine. One out here in the 4th. We're back to level as Anastasio steps in. And if I were a betting man, I'd say Adam Fine might be trying to swipe second base and keep this rally going. Valente from the stretch comes home with it. Cross at the belt for strike 1. As the sun starts to dip close to the tree line, just about the entire infield in shadows. Throw over to first, Fine is back. Fine dances around off first. Valente steps off. You would say he's looking runnerish over there.
Come on, Mike.
One misses outside. It's 1-1. Fine takes an extended lead off first. Another couple hops towards second. Doesn't go. Pitches in for a strike. It's 1-2. The 1-2 was lofted out towards center field. Coming across into right center is Tharnish over to make the catch. Fine retreats to first. There's 2 away. That ball tailed back towards right. Tharnish on the run makes the grab for the second out. So Steve Tyson will step in. Fine dances around off the bag. Valente comes home. First pitch swinging is Tyson on the ground to short. He goes the short way to second for the fielder's choice, and that will retire the side. But Upper Darby's tied the game. They do it on the back of 1 hit, the RBI single by Adam Fine. No errors. They leave 1. We're at the midpoint of this one. It's 5-5. First pitch from Jackson Snyder. Misses for ball 1, the 1-0. In for a called strike to Reese Malik. Bottom half of the 4th inning. It's a tie ball game. Upper Darby 5, Wayne 5. As Malik swings and tips one foul. Swung on and missed. Malik is down on strikes for out number 1. Second strikeout for Jackson Snyder, who has come in and really calmed things down for Upper Darby. Although you hope there's no broadcaster jinx there. I'm not so delusional to think I have that sort of power. I suppose we'll find out. Top of the order, Luke Mutz. Mutz 1 for 1. He singled and walked, scored both times. Takes one in the dirt from Snyder. Jace Tharnish on deck. Last of the 4th inning here at Devon Prep. As the breeze has stuck around the Temperature has gone down a little bit, and that's a slow chopper to short. Throw not in time. That would be a tough play for just about anybody as Mutz is aboard for the third time tonight. He's 2 for 2. An infield single. First base runner allowed by Jackson Snyder. Just the 4th hit for Wayne. Beneficiaries of 5 walks from Tommy Kent. So now Snyder will work from the stretch for the first time as he faces Jace Tharnish with a man on and one away. Throw over to first. They'll try to keep Mutz close. Upper Darby at double play depth with Summerall holding the runner at first. Outfield playing straight away against the right-handed hitting Tharnish. First pitch, low, ball 1. Quick look around the diamond. None of the Upper Darby players are standing in sunlight. Pitch is low, 2-0. So the sun should not be a factor as we move forward. And there's a call strike, although I should say the lack of it could be a factor as we approach the 90-minute mark of this one. Runner goes. Pitch misses for a ball. The throw is in time. Mutz caught stealing. 2-4 in your scorebook. There's 2 away. I believe the count is 3-1. Did not see a strike signal from the umpire. Snyder winds. Tharnish takes high. It is in fact ball 4. It is his 3rd walk of the night. The 6th by Upper Darby pitching. So the patience of Jace Tharnish. He's been on board 3 times. He scored back in the first. Nate Side steps in. First pitch, a called strike. Again, the Upper Darby infield playing deep on the edge of the outfield grass while Summerall holds the runner Tharnish at first. There comes a throw over. There's another called strike, so 0-2 the count. Runner goes, the 0-2 is low and away. The throw, it gets into center field. And Tharnish is going to go to third. A poor throw from Strickland from his knees. On the off-speed pitch, really not much of a chance of getting the runner. So a poor throw and a poor decision. Tharnish swipes second. Goes to third on the air. First error of the ball game for either team, and now he's 90 feet away. Count 1-2 to Nate Sides. Low and away, 2-2. Stephen Wells waits on deck. His 3-run home run in the bottom half of the first seems like an eternity ago. So we're now at 5-5. Sides takes low, and now a back pick down to third. Runner back safely. As a manager, I'm sure Dave Jordan, a little bit of his heart in his mouth every time one of those throws goes down because a poor throw puts you behind in this spot. Sides hits that one out towards center. Fine over to his left. Takes a step back, makes the catch. And that will retire the side. Upper Darby dances around a couple of base runners. No runs, 1 hit. There's 1 error and there's 1 left. 4 full in the books. We're level at 5 apiece. This is game 1 of the 2022 Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. Vince Gasparo takes ball one to start the top half of the fifth. We're tied at 5-5 here, game one of the championship series. Breaking ball misses 2-0. It'll be Gasparo, Yates, and Supa. Middle of the order due up for Upper Darby. Blue Sox with 4 in the third and 1 in the fourth to draw level after Wayne scored 3 in the first and 2 in the second. Upstairs 3-0. Valente back out there for technically his third inning. He threw one pitch in the third. Now Tommy Bradley trots out to the mound. The Wayne catcher initiating a mound conference. Five runs, 5 hits, 1 error. 4 left thus far for Upper Darby. 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 4 left for Wayne. The pitch gets that one over for a called strike, 3-1. Gasparo takes low and away, and he is aboard with a leadoff walk. Upper Darby's had its leadoff man aboard in each of the last 4 innings after the 1-2-3 first. So now a mound conference, and that's going to do it for Mike Valente. So we're going to have a pitching change. We'll be right back. Third pitcher of the night for Wayne is right-hander Bill Ford. His first pitch to Andrew Yates swung on and missed. Man aboard, nobody out here in the top half of the fifth. Wayne and Upper Darby tied at 5 as Yates takes upstairs 1-1. Ford on in relief of Mike Valente. An inning and a third. He is responsible for the runner at first. Now he drops the bat head on. He's trying to bunt it. He pops it up, and it's caught by Bradley. A pretty terrible bunt by Yates. Got under it instead of he's trying to drag it, and he popped it up. The old P2 in your scorebook. He is retired for out number 1. And after swinging a hot bat against Springfield, you kind of wonder what he was thinking there. So Gasparo at first for Joe Supa, 1 for 2 on the day, an RBI single. And a strikeout as he fouls one off. Upper Darby got into the finals after topping Springfield in Game 5 on Saturday. Teams alternated wins and losses. Blue Sox with a big win in Game 5. Back in the finals for the second consecutive season, trying to defend their title. That one is hit out towards center. Ciani is over. He calls off Tharnish, makes the catch, 2 down. If Upper Darby wins this series, they'll be the first team to repeat since Wayne did it in 2020. The Blue Sox have joined the upper echelon here in the Delco League the last few years. Fairly consistent club, the 2 seed in this year's playoffs. It's not always you get the top 2 teams in any given league playing for the championship, but that's what we've got this year. The class of the county this season. Runner goes, first pitch swinging against Christian Strickland, fouls it back. And so Gasparo will head back to first. 0-1. Strickland 0 for 1 with a walk. Will be followed by Matt Query should the inning continue. This is outside, 1-1. Talk about Upper Darby getting up into second, winning the title last year. A lot of familiar names. Tonight's lineup could almost have been drawn exclusively from last season's team as Strickland takes a strike. That sort of consistency is usually what breeds success. I mean, it helps if those players are good players too, but forward from the stretch, the 1-2. That one is hit out towards center field, a little more shallow, but almost identical to the ball hit by Supa, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 1. They're through 4.5. We're tied at 5. Last of the 5th, Stephen Wells, home run in the first, pops this one up to right center field. Gasparo on the run, has to dive to make the catch. That ball hung up there. Swirled a little bit. A tough play for Gasparo, but one pitch, one out here in the fifth. What is a 5-5 ball game? Sean Mulholland steps in 0 for 1 and walked and struck out. Takes the first pitch for ball 1 from Jackson Snyder, who has really come in and settled things down for the Blue Sox after a tough start for Tommy Kent. Snyder winds. Pitch chopped towards third. Anastasio on the run. Tough play. The throw gets away. It's out of play. The runner will go to second. Second error of the night for Upper Darby. As that is Bill Ford, actually, who is entered, I guess, as the pitcher DH. Or maybe just as the pitcher. So he has an infield single. He'll go to second on the error by Anastasio, second of the game for Upper Darby. So Ford at second with one out for Matt Briner, the Wayne left fielder. The go-ahead run in scoring position as we get to the late innings of this one. Pitch is low, ball 1. The whole field in shade now, but the sun is still out there and can kind of get your eyes on a fly ball. The 1-0. Taken for a strike. Briner 0 for 2. Base hit, though, can wipe that from his memory and give Wayne the lead. Swung on and tipped. 1-2 the count. That's the kind of series we would expect from these teams. We said Wayne, the number 1 seed. Pretty decent margin at the top. However, Upper Darby took 3 out of 4. Wayne won the first game between the two teams here at Devon Prep. But then Upper Darby won the second game at Devon Prep and both games at Cardinal O'Hara. Now spinning and not throwing is Snyder. Mentioned how Upper Darby got here. Wayne, a 4-game series victory over Narberth as Briner takes low. Big win for Wayne in game 1. Narberth took an 8-0 lead into the bottom of the 7th. Wayne scored 5 times, but Narberth levels the series. Then Wayne had a late lead in game 3 when it was suspended for darkness for a couple of days. As Briner gets a piece. I should clarify, it was not dark for a couple of days. They suspended the game and came back on Thursday as previously scheduled. Or on Friday, rather, as previously scheduled. Wayne scored 8 times in the final 2 innings of that one for a big win, and then another big win on Saturday to punch their ticket back to the finals. It's been 2 long years for Wayne as Briner fouls one back. For Wayne, 2 years feels like an eternity. So Briner hanging in, 2-2 the count. 1 down, a man on second. Super, the second baseman, playing close to the bag as Briner lofts that one out to left field for a base hit. They're going to hold Ford at third. Now there are runners at the corners with 1 down. For the catcher, Tommy Bradley. Bradley 0 for 2 on the night, but he's got to go ahead and run 90 feet away. He bats from the right side against Snyder. 5th hit of the night, rather 6th hit of the night, 3rd given up by Snyder. The pitch, squares the bunt, pops it up. Strickland under it, and he'll make the catch. Now each team with a bad bunt A lost art of bunting, apparently, costing both teams here in the 5th. So Jake Ciani comes up now with 2 on and 2 out. Infield back on the edge of the outfield grass. The outfield straight away. Ciani swings, gets a piece. Hits the backstop. If they're not able to get forward home, Wayne will be really kicking themselves here. A golden opportunity. It looks like Ciani may need a new piece of lumber or trying to get a little extra grip on there. Fastball for a called strike. It's 0-2. Snyder trying to walk the tightrope. In the dirt, gets away from Strickland. Ford goes about 1/3 of the way and then comes back. Briner over to second on the wild pitch. First of the game for Snyder. Third for Upper Darby pitching. So now second and third. 1-2 the count to Ciani. Ford got about 1/3 of the way down the line and slammed on the brakes. 30 feet in a cloud of dust. Pitch is high, snagged by Strickland.
Hey, go get him, Ford. Come on. Get us in, Jackson. Let's go. Off, Ford.
The 2-2. And this is low and away. So the count goes full. Reese Malik waits on deck.
Hey, go get him. Come on. Come on, Jackson. Let's go, Ford.
3-2 taken for ball 4. So Ciani battles back for the 2-out walk, and that'll load the bases. I'll bring Dave Jordan out of the dugout. Snyder evaded some trouble in the 4th, and he finds himself in even more of it here in the 5th. No one throwing for Upper Darby, so this is Snyder's inning. Quick conversation just to have the youngster catch his breath, collect himself, and prepare to face Reese Malik. Malik 1 for 2 rather. Doubled, stole third, and scored back in the 2nd. Struck out in the 4th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Snyder working from the stretch. The pitch. This is outside. It's 1-0. Malik in the air, but it's foul. Set at the letters. Malik lays down a bunt. It's right in front of the plate. Strickland just picks it up, steps on the plate. Another ill-conceived bunt leads to the old force out at home plate. 2 unassisted, and that will retire the side. Wayne leaves them loaded, no runs, 2 hits. There was 1 error. We go to the 6th. It's 5-5. First pitch to Matt Query in for a called strike here in the top half of the 6th inning. Upper Darby and Wayne tied at 5. Bill Ford back on the bump for Wayne. Query takes low 1-1. It'll be Query, Tyler Summerall, and then Adam Fine 8-9-1. Due up for the Blue Sox. We had all the momentum. Everything's kind of stalled a little bit here. That one is hit out our way towards right. Not very deep. Tharnish over in time to make the catch. So Summerall comes up. He's 0 for 1. He walked and scored back in the 3rd. Struck out in the 4th. Darby stranded 5 through the first 5. Wayne has left 7, including bases loaded in the 5th. Summerall swings. Looked like he was trying to put Upper Darby ahead with one swing. Instead, it's 0-1. That one is lofted towards the left side. I'll watch that go foul. 0-2 the count to the Blue Sox first baseman. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. So Ford has his first strikeout of the game, 2 away. He has retired all 5 batters he's faced. And also at the plate, he singled and got all the way to 3rd. All in an inning's work for Bill Ford. Top of the order, Adam Fine. Takes outside, ball 1. Fine 1 for 2, singled, walked, and scored. Takes on the inner half, 1-1. That's fouled out of play. So 1-2 the count. Anastasio on deck.
See how you get a good arm on the mound, right? And the other team who was chirping the whole first 4 or 5 innings, they stop, right?
Fine takes outside. It's 2-2. Ford works from the stretch. The pitch was hit out towards left. It'll drop in front of Briner. Fine is aboard for the 3rd time. Big catalyst at the top of the Upper Darby lineup. First base runner given up by Ford's 6th hit of the game, proving that, yes, there is an announcer jinx. He was doing just fine till I opened my mouth. So please nobody tell him. Anastasio steps in. 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. He's got a man aboard, 2 outs. Here in the 6th. Runner goes. Swung on and hit out towards right field. It's shallow. Tharnish on the run. Makes the catch. He prevents Adam Fine from getting at least to 3rd base for Upper Darby in the 6th. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. And they leave 1. Last of the 6th coming up. We're tied at 5. New pitcher here in the top or bottom half of the sixth, rather, for Upper Darby. It's left-hander Mason Miller. Faces the top of the order, Luke Mutz, Jace Tharnish, and Nate Size. First pitch to Mutz. Misses for ball one. 5-5 here, last of the sixth. Mutz takes it high as it knocks the mask off of Christian Strickland. Jackson Snyder came on in relief. All he did was toss 3 1/3 shutout innings, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts. Rather, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 wild pitch. Kept Upper Darby in the game. Now it looks like Strickland is a little dinged up by that pitch. Not sure if it's actually Strickland or the home plate umpire that is the one being tended to right now. Tell you what, we don't have enough daylight for an umpire switch, so hopefully he's okay. We're tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Luke Mutz is leading it off. I believe the count's 2-0. So we're not quite sure if it's catcher Christian Strickland or the home plate umpire that looks like the home plate umpire, no worse for wear. Or even if he is, he's going to continue on. So a little throwing going on behind the Upper Darby dugout. Of course, it's Johnny Gonzalez. Would expect to maybe see him tomorrow night. He'll have had 2 days of rest. Plenty for him. Another complete game effort in Game 5. After doing the same in Game 3 of that semifinal series. Pitch is up and into Mutz, so 3-0. And that pitch misses. No, it's a called strike, a delayed call. So 3-1, the count to Mutz. So Miller, the left-hander. After a strong relief outing from Snyder. Now Miller steps off. Swung on and missed. So now the count 3-2. After Mutz thought he had a 4-pitch walk. Now Miller has a chance to put him away with a count of 3-2. A called third strike. Luke Mutz goes down looking. An eventful at bat for Luke Mutz. 3-0, and we had an umpire take a pitch, and then Miller battles back and gets the strikeout one away for Jace Tharnish. No official at-bats in this game. 3 walks. And he takes high. Does have a couple of stolen bases. Advanced on one pitch. Scored a run. He's 0 for 0. The 1-0. In for a strike. fouled off. Counts 1-2 to the Wayne right fielder. Sun has disappeared from view behind the trees out in left field. It's 10 minutes to 8. As they say, the clock is ticking. Taken high by Tharnish. There is no clock in baseball, but there is when you don't have lights. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Tharnish is retired for the first time, 2 away. So Nate Sides steps in. Sides 0 for 2. He's got a sac fly back in the second to drive in what is, as of now, the last Wayne run. Swung on and missed. Nose pitch is high, 1-1. Stephen Wells waits on deck, and he could change the complexion of this one with one swing. So could Nate Sides, for that matter. He takes a called strike, 1-2. Miller set at the letters. The 1-2. Swung on and hit out towards left field. Yates is there. He makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Mason Miller. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the 7th. It's 5-5. Top half of the 7th, Cam Mathis on for Wayne. Facing 3-4-5, Steve Tyson. First pitch, swung on and missed. 5-5 ball game here in the 7th inning. One way or another, this is almost certainly the last inning we're going to play here tonight. Tyson tries to hold up. Instead, he hits a weak ground ball to second. Mutz gloves it, scoops it to first. What a play by the Wayne second baseman. One down in the top of the inning for Vince Gasparo. Gasparo singled in the second, got picked off at second base by Tommy Bradley. RBI ground out in the third, and a walk in the fifth. A mildly eventful day out in right field as he takes a called strike. Andrew Yates on deck. The pitch. And misses for ball one. It's 1-1. Mathis, the former Villanova standout, has wrapped up his collegiate career. Back in a Wayne uniform this summer as he gets Gasparo out in front, 1-2. Gasparo takes inside. And 2-2. And a lot of offensive fireworks early and then nothing doing since the fourth. Puts the bat on that, out towards right. Tharnish comes in. 2 away. So that brings up Andrew Yates. Yates 0 for 2 with a walk. Takes ball one from Mathis. Mathis's brother Alden, a former Wayne player, now at the University of Richmond. Doing well in the Atlantic 10. Takes ball two, it's 2-0. Gets that one over for a called strike. The 2-1. That was chopped towards second. Mutz has it. Throw to first. And time, a 1-2-3 inning for Cam Mathis. First for Wayne since the first inning. No runs, hits, errors, none left. Wayne's going to try to win it in the seventh. We're tied at 5. This is game 1 of the Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. Last of the 7th, Stephen Wells leads it off. He's got a 3-run homer all the way back in the first inning. Feels like it was weeks ago. He'll lead it off against the left-hander Mason Miller. Wayne needs a run to win it. First pitch is low, 1-0. It's Wells, Mathis, Briner due up for Wayne. say it's the pitcher's spot as Wells takes low 2-0. It was Sean Mulholland, then it was Bill Ford. That one's over for a strike. It's 2-1. Swung on and missed. So 2-2 now, the count to Wells. Wells has suited up for Chester earlier in his Delco League career and joined Wayne last season. Outside, 3-2. After Mason Miller, obviously you don't want to put him on if you don't have to, but you also don't want to give him anything in the nitro zone, otherwise you're going to be walking off with your head held down. There it is, swung on, it's hit deep to right. It'll stay in the park. Gasparo on the run, sliding grab. Is it in play? Yes, it is. What a play by Vince Gasparo.
Nice catch.
We'll get that one on Sports Center later. He went a long way after that one. Makes the sliding grab just before the ball leaves play. So it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. It will be the veteran Dan Williams stepping in. First pitch from Miller, called strike. So he will pinch hit for Cam Mathis. Takes it on the inside corner. I've run out of space on my scorecard for this slot in the order. Takes up and away, 1-2. Williams, one of the top players in the league over the last decade. Takes high, 2-2. Briner on deck. Two pitch. Hit on the ground. Slow roller. Gloved by Anastasio. The throw. No throw. He eats it. Dan Williams, the veteran. A pinch hit single. And he is aboard. He represents the winning run with one out here in the 7th. Upper Darby will play at double play depth. Summerall, the first baseman, holding the runner, Williams. You wouldn't think he's looking to steal, but if he gets an opportunity to get in a scoring position, he will. Miller's first pitch. In for a called strike. Matt Briner 1 for 3 on the night. We're in hero territory now. It's one in the gap. It could be all over. That one gets away from Strickland. Throw goes down to second, but Williams is in standing up. Now the winning run is in scoring position on a wild pitch by Mason Miller. And also takes off the force out. 1-1 the count to Briner. Doesn't even need to split the gap now. He just needs to get a base hit, and they're going to send Williams home. It's high, 2-1. Would be a heartbreaking loss for either team. For Wayne after taking the big lead, for Upper Darby after coming all the way back. Check the swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 2-2. Seems kind of crazy to say this as though the home team, the top seed, and had the 5-0 lead in the second inning. If Wayne comes away with a win here, it's almost going to feel like they stole one. Upper Darby had all the momentum Wayne just had missed opportunities as Briner swings and misses. He's down on strikes for out number 2. Wayne had the bases loaded, couldn't punch one home. But they've got the winning run in scoring position with 2 outs here in the 7th. What could be the last batter of the game either way in Tommy Bradley. We will not be able to go much further with what waning daylight we have. First pitch to Bradley on the inner half, strike 1. Should he get aboard without ending the ball game, Jake Ciani is on deck. Miller's pitch. Inside, 1-1. Dan Williams, the runner at second, a pinch single. Batting for the pitcher, Cam Mathis. You would think after all his years playing the game, he's a pretty smart base runner. He'll be able to score himself on a single. And that's up and in, just misses Bradley, 2-1. The wind starts to pick up a little bit. Out here in right field, it's blowing from my left to right, so that's out towards center. The pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2 the count. And Miller can suspend this game with one more strike. Inside. Gets away, but Strickland's able to keep it in front of him. Williams stays at second. Count full to Tommy Bradley. Jake Ciani on deck. Dan Williams, the runner at second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th of a 5-5 ball game. The pitch. Runner goes. That one's on the ground to third. Could be trouble. Anastasio drops it. Williams runs third. He's going to score. Wayne wins 6-5. An error by Max Anastasio at third base allows Dan Williams to score the winning run on literally the last rays of sun we have tonight. Wayne takes a 1-0 lead in the series. Heartbreak for Upper Darby. For Wayne in the 7th. A run on 1 hit. I'm not sure if they'll score that a hit and an error. I think it's just going to be a straight error on Anastasio. They leave 1, but that runner is Bradley. It's him putting the ball in play that allowed the winning run to score. Dan Williams comes in from second. No RBI on the play. 3rd error of the game for Upper Darby proves fatal for the Blue Sox. The winning pitcher is Cam Mathis, a 1-2-3 7th inning. The loss, a tough luck defeat for Mason Miller. Kind of shows you the value of wins and losses. For Wayne, 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They leave 8. For Upper Darby, 5 runs on 6 hits. They commit 3 errors, and they leave 6. As I mentioned, the winning pitcher, Cam Mathis. The loss goes to Mason Miller. Tonight's game played in a crisp, appears to be 2 hours and 23 minutes. In front of a nice crowd here at Devon Prep. We'll be back tomorrow night, 5:45, right here on DelcoLeague.com with Game 2. Wayne tries to take a commanding lead. Upper Darby will have to wash the taste out of their mouth and try to bounce back and steal home field advantage. We'll have it for you here from Devon Prep at 5:45. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Wayne wins it 6-5 on a walk-off error. They take a 1-0 lead in the series. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Take care, everybody.